Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Are you ready to learn English in a fun and exciting way? Today we're not just studying grammar rules or memorizing word lists. We're going on an adventure. We'll be diving into a unique story I've created just for you. As we follow our main character, you'll naturally pick up new vocabulary and phrases in context, which is the best way to make them stick. So get comfortable, relax, and let your imagination run wild. By the end of this video, you will not only have enjoyed a great story, but also have a whole new set of English words to use. Let's begin. In a small, quiet town nestled between rolling green hills lived a young baker named Leo. Leo wasn't just any baker. He had a peculiar talent. He could bake feelings into his bread. If he felt joyful, his croissants were light and flaky, making anyone who ate them burst into laughter. If he was feeling contemplative, his sourdough loaves were dense and thoughtful, causing customers to ponder the big questions of life. His small shop, the Kneaded Loaf, was a local sensation. People didn't just come for bread. They came for an emotional experience. One dreary Tuesday morning, a woman named Alara entered his shop. She had a somber expression, and a heavy silence seemed to follow her. Leo, who was kneading dough with a bit of morning cheerfulness, immediately sensed her melancholy. "Good morning," he said with a warm smile. "What can I get for you today?" Alara looked at the vibrant display of pastries and sighed. "I don't know," she whispered. "I just feel lost. Everything seems gray." Leo's heart went out to her. He knew exactly what she needed. He stopped kneading his cheerful dough and wiped his hands on his apron. He walked to the back of the shop, to a special shelf where he kept his most experimental ingredients. He didn't grab flour or sugar. Instead, he took a small, unlabeled jar filled with a golden, shimmering powder. It was ground sunlight, collected drop by drop on the brightest day of the summer. He also took a pinch of dried laughter from a particularly joyous festival, and a single, preserved note from a hopeful song. Returning to his workbench, Leo started a new batch of dough. He worked with immense concentration, his hands moving with purpose. He mixed the ground sunlight into the flour, which began to glow faintly. He folded in the pinch of dried laughter, and a pleasant warmth spread through the dough. Finally, he kneaded in the melody of the hopeful song, and the dough seemed to rise with a gentle, rhythmic pulse. He shaped it into a small round loaf, a bun of pure, unadulterated hope. He baked it for exactly 27 minutes, the smell filling the shop not with the usual scent of bread, but with the aroma of a new beginning, of a sunrise after a long night. When he took it out of the oven, the loaf was radiant, glowing with a soft, golden light. He placed it in a small paper bag and handed it to Alara. "On the house," he said softly. "Eat this when you feel ready." Alara looked at the warm bag, a flicker of curiosity in her eyes. She thanked him and left the shop, clutching the bag as if it were a precious jewel. She walked to a nearby park and sat on a bench overlooking a pond. The world still felt gray and indistinct. She hesitated, then opened the bag. The warmth and light from the loaf spilled out, caressing her face. She took a small bite. Instantly, a wave of warmth spread through her, chasing away the chill in her bones. The taste was incredible. It wasn't just bread. It tasted like the feeling of the sun on your skin, the sound of a loved one's laugh, the swell of an orchestra playing a triumphant chord. With each bite, the gray fog in her mind began to recede. The colors of the park grew more vivid. The green of the grass was brilliant, the blue of the sky was deep and endless, and the chirping of the birds sounded like a beautiful symphony. A genuine smile, the first one in weeks, spread across Alara's face. She finished the entire loaf, feeling not full but light. A sense of purpose, a forgotten spark of optimism had been rekindled within her. She stood up, took a deep breath of the fresh air, and for the first time in a long time, looked forward to tomorrow. She knew things wouldn't be perfect overnight, but now she had hope. And sometimes a little bit of hope is all you need to start again. Back at the Kneaded Loaf, Leo watched from his window as Alara walked away, her step lighter, her head held high. He smiled to himself. Baking wasn't just his job, it was his calling. He wasn't just selling bread. He was sharing feelings one loaf at a time. He turned back to his workbench, ready to bake a little courage for the shy boy who had a presentation tomorrow, and a little bit of peace for the stressed-out office worker who always came in at lunch. The town might be small, but thanks to Leo, it was never short on feeling. The end. What did you think of the story? I hope you enjoyed Leo and Alara's journey. It's a simple tale, but it's packed with useful English. Now, as promised, let's break down some of the key vocabulary and phrases we heard. Don't worry about writing everything down right away. Just listen and absorb. First up, peculiar. In the story, I said Leo had a peculiar talent. Peculiar means strange or unusual, often in an interesting way. It's not necessarily negative. You could say the antique shop was filled with peculiar objects. It's a great alternative to just saying strange. Next, contemplative. Leo's sourdough made people contemplative. This means to be in deep, serious thought. If you're looking at a beautiful sunset, you might feel contemplative. It's an adjective. You could say, she was in a contemplative mood. We also heard the word melancholy. I described Alara as having a sense of melancholy. Melancholy is a feeling of pensive sadness, typically with no obvious cause. It's a deeper, more poetic word than just sadness. Think of a rainy day or a slow, sad song. That can create a feeling of melancholy. Then there's the phrase on the house. When Leo gave Alara the bread, he said it was on the house. This is a common idiom that means something is free, given by the business. If a restaurant gives you a free dessert, it's on the house. It's a very useful phrase to know. Another great word is unadulterated. The bread was a bun of pure, unadulterated hope. Unadulterated means not mixed or diluted with any different or extra elements. It means pure. You can talk about unadulterated joy or unadulterated chocolate. It means 100% pure. Let's look at recede. The story said, the gray fog in her mind began to recede. To recede means to go or move back from a previous position. Think of the ocean tide receding from the shore. In this case, it was used metaphorically to describe her bad feelings going away. Next is vivid. The colors of the park became vivid. Vivid means producing powerful feelings or strong, clear images in the mind. It's often used to describe colors, memories, or dreams. A vivid imagination is an imagination that is very active and creative. And finally, the word rekindled. The story says a spark of optimism was rekindled within her. To rekindle means to relight a fire, but we often use it figuratively to mean to revive something that has been lost. You can rekindle a friendship, rekindle a romance, or in Alara's case, rekindle hope. So let's quickly review. Peculiar, unusual, or strange. Contemplative, in deep, serious thought. Melancholy, a gentle, pensive sadness. On the house, free, paid for by the establishment. Unadulterated, completely pure. Recede, to move back or away. Vivid, bright, clear, and powerful. Rekindled, to revive something that was lost. Try to use one or two of these new words this week. Maybe you'll have a contemplative moment or see something with vivid colors. The more you use them, the more natural they will feel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly hope this story helped you not only learn some new English, but also feel a little bit of that unadulterated hope that Leo baked for. Alara, if you enjoyed this style of learning, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories to help you on your English journey. See you in the next video. Bye for now.